Okay, whoa! There's the end of the line. And we're only here. There's a lot more to go.
It does glide very well, doesn't it?
Downhill.
Smooth glide, but it's smooth.
Yeah.
Originally, the plan was to have a single track running up through the polytunnel with the wood drying wagons parked along it. But the wagons turned out narrower than I'd thought, so I was sure it would be possible to fit 2 tracks in there side by side, holding twice as many wagons. But I was wrong.
So it's bulging out and getting on for an inch, isn't it?
Okay, so doesn't quite go in. Okay.
You made the door too small, Tim.
It's a bit tight, isn't it?
We've got 6. Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, so
Precision.
that gap is a little bit smaller than that gap, isn't it?
Yeah. So you need to move that door really, don't you?
I hadn't accounted for the bulge halfway down the sides. Not my own bulge, you understand, which I blame entirely on Sandra's excellent cooking, but the bulge in the chip wagons. There was nothing for it but to make the doorway wider, by a measly 2 inches. What a faff. After that, it was more or less plain sailing. This is Douglas fir. I'm making sleepers that are twice as long as normal, so 2 sets of rails are kept the right distance apart all the way along.
It's very difficult being filmed, isn't it?
Yeah.
And these are the short pieces of pipe that keep the rails upright. And here's Will drilling the holes in the rails, using the rolling supports to make it easy. Now the doorway is wide enough to take the double-length sleepers, and if I've measured correctly, 2 wagons should fit through side by side. Where the rails join up, I'm using my simple fish plate design, but they need extra wide sleepers to support them, so I used one of the planks I cut back last winter. It doesn't have to be perfect, so I'm just freehanding it. The fish plates themselves are lengths of angle iron with slots cut in them. Fish plates go on like this. The slots are there to allow for expansion and contraction when the weather affects the rails. These rails are 6 meters long, about 20 feet. And the first line is finished, and I can test it with the filled up wagon, and it's very satisfying. Railways are brilliant for moving heavy loads around. And of course that left room for the 2 new wagons too. Sandra had to help me with those. They run very well on rails, but they don't run at all on grass. And we were both struggling with COVID, which didn't help. It knocked us out for a few days, but feeding the animals and getting things out of the rain had to carry on, of course. A couple of days later, and the worst is over, I hope, I had to try coupling the 2 wagons together. What's the lowest number of parts needed to make a train? I like the way the drying tunnel is shaping up. This could actually be a very good way to dry fuel.